different platforms like a SQL Server and Azure DevOps. So I mean, a different topics where I mean, a Micronaut solution is giving a webinars on that one. So it was founded 1990 day. I mean, some of the group of the people like almost people are having 18 plus years of experience, which they are having in IT industry. They are having a good knowledge. I mean, so what are the right now? What kind of solutions they are having for the SQLs? I mean, a database side, or oh, like anything like we can see something like that a DevOps side. So these people are doing a great job. Uh, so coming to today we are going to discuss about the topic a replication for high availability on SQL Server DBA. This is about me. Actually, this is Sridhar Y. I have around 10 years of experience as SQL Server DBA. Coming to my experience, I have a experience on high availability concepts and worked on like a performance tuning and a troubleshooting part. I'm in disaster recovery solution part configuring. So these are about me. So let's people jump into the topics. Please let me know once you see my screen, guys.
As you can see.
Okay, okay, guys. So see, this is today's agenda. So the topics we are going to discuss is I mean a SQL Server replication for high availability. So what is high availability? So we'll go through the slides and we will be having like practical sessions as well. So meanwhile, the thing is like we have a Google Sheet, so you can provide your names and I mean the mail ID in that one. So after this session, so we will be giving the recorded session for the people who required. So based on the Google Sheet, so please do give the names in I mean details in Google Sheet. Okay. So the thing is, so first thing. So what is high availability? So in general scenario, everyone knows about what is high availability in a software industry. The thing is like high availability, which the word itself is saying high availability. Data should be available all the time. This is the meaning is data should be available all the time 24 by 7. So data should be available. If it is a planned outage or if it is an unplanned outage or whatever it may be, the data should be available. So whatever the application, whether the databases or where anything which is supporting for applications, right? So data should be available all the time. So in general SQL Server we are having I mean different kinds of techniques we are having for data. I mean high availability concept. See, in high availability and we can say something like that disaster recovery part. Disaster recovery also the solution, but same solutions. So we will be using the same solutions. I mean a high availability and a disaster recovery. So disaster recovery, the meaning will come same. I mean our primary site will be on one location and the secondary site, the DR site, would be on a other location. So something goes wrong to the primary location, so the data, the backup will be available on other location, secondary location. So due to some natural calamities or something, so data was I mean corrupted, data was gone in a primary location. The same way high availability concept, so this is like a giving the name itself. So data should be available in a different location as well. Okay. So the log shipping, we are having like a different techniques like a log shipping, mirroring, replication, and the clustering always on availability groups. So the log shipping, so I don't give I mean much details about the log shipping and mirroring. Just I'll give. So what is the log shipping? The log shipping means we are having like a primary and a secondary. So let's say primary and a secondary, two locations we are having on the primary. From the primary to secondary server, so whatever the database related database backups, the database backups will be copied to the secondary server, and the restore will happen on secondary. So that the thing is like transaction log backups shipped from one location to other location in this case. So the mirroring, so this is the mirroring also like same only, like we are having a primary location and one server and a secondary one server. So here we can call it as principal primary, secondary we can call it as mirroring. So here there is a no transaction log backups needs to be shipped from one location to other location. So here transactional log records will be transferring from one location to other location. So the log shipping mirroring, so this is based on per databases base. I mean, if you wanted to, so let's say we are having one big database. In big database, we are having only 10 critical tables are available in a big database. So if we don't want to move in the database itself, we are having 1,000 tables. Okay, 1K tables are having, but we require only 10 tables for a to be replicated, to be keep in a log shipping, to be keep in a mirroring, right? So this is not possible in log shipping or mirroring because the log shipping per database basis. So we need to take it for a database, one database, and the mirroring also one database. The replication, so this is the best solution. These kind of whatever we are having a requirement, right, based on the client requirement, we can say if you wanted to move only, if you wanted to copy replicate only two tables or three tables, the replication is the best choice, because in this one database objects copied from one location to other location. Okay, so this is the replication part. So what we are today we are going to learn more about a replication and a clustering. So this is the clustering means the group of servers will be shared this by a storage will be shared by a group of servers. So this is okay, I'm not giving much about this one, so let me jump into the topic. So this is the replication. So the replication part, what I told, so is a techno copying, distributing data, or I mean a database objects from one location to other location. So here we are having like a publisher. So here we are having a publisher, distributor, subscriber. So publisher is our actual server, that is we can call it as our source server. Subscriber we can call it as a destination server. Distributor server is a medium between publisher and subscribers. So whatever the transactions happening on publisher server, it will copy to the distributor. From the distributor, some of the agents will be working on this one. From there, from the distributor, data will be copied to subscriber. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. So in this one, we are having something like that replication terminology, what we can say. Publisher, what is the publisher? Publisher is the data which is sending, that we can call it as a publisher here. Okay, and the subscriber, which is the server which is receiving the data, is a subscriber. And the distribution, this is the medium server between publisher and the subscriber, intermediate server, you can say. The publication database, so what database you are going to keep in a replication, that database we can call it as a publication database. Okay, and see moreover let me see. So this is this is articles. So whatever we are having in a, if we are having in a database, we will be having the tables in a database. So the objects are tables, are stored procedures, views, everything we can call it as article. I mean, the article, the table, only one table. If you wanted to keep it in a replication, the table in a replication terminology, we can say something like that article. And the publication. So this is a group of articles. We can keep it in a publication. Let's say in a table, sorry, in a database, we are having 100 tables. We are having 100 tables. So we wanted to keep three tables as a group. We wanted to keep four tables as a group. We wanted to keep 24 tables as a group. So this group we can call it as a publication, the group of articles, which is going to replicate from publisher to subscriber. The subscription database, this is from on the destination server, which is receiving the data from the publisher, right? Publisher DB from, so that we can call it as a subscription database. Here push subscription, pull subscription, both we are having two things here. Push subscription means replication. Replication related agents will be created on distributor server. Full subscription mean the distribution related agents will be created on subscriber side. Okay. See, we are having in a replication we are having like a four types of replication. In generally in a SQL server we are having four types of replication: snapshot replication, transaction replication, merge replication, peer-to-peer replication. So snapshot replication, this is a one-way replication with syncing on a schedule. Means, see, let me give you one example about a snapshot. Let me know if you see my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we
Yes.
are able to see.
Yes.
Let me say
Yes.
something like that. So let me see. See, we are having like, see, we are having, let's say business is running on London. Basically, London, we are running a business. Let's assume. So what will happen daily? What I can say, we are having some retail, a retail supermarket business in London. So on a warehouse daily, many products or many things will be coming to the warehouse. So the people who are there in a warehouse, they are keeping the data in a database, and in the morning, so the morning, so here you can say, this is London, this is Amsterdam, Manchester, something, Spain, something we can say. So four locations are there. So whatever the data is coming on a London, the data needs to be subscribed. The data needs to be sent to the all the three location. But we don't want to send the data whatever the products are, whatever the data is coming on a London. No need to send immediately. So whatever the products are something coming, so daily night, while closing the warehouse, we just wanted to send updates to all the location. Then in the morning they can see whatever the goods are something, so they can see what is the availability, how many products are there, they can see in the morning. So this is the daily process they are using. So in this case, snapshot replication will work very nicely, because in the, I can say here, I can say here, I can say here. So this is our publisher. Let's say this is our publisher. So these are our subscribers. So whatever we are having a three locations, right? These are our subscribers. So what we will be doing in a snapshot replication, so I'll schedule a snapshot replication. So in the snapshot replication, daily night, whatever the data is coming, I'll push from here to here. only daily night only once in a day. Again next day, again same, the process will be going the same. The snapshot, so this is the snapshot replication example. In generally snapshot replication means what it will be doing. If you are keeping, if you are keeping two or three or four articles, see when I'm saying articles means a table. If I'm keeping four tables or three tables, when you create a snapshot replication, it will take the snapshot of all the tables and it will send it to the subscriber. Means a copy of the tables, all table will be copied. While taking this while running this snapshot, we will be having the table will be locked for a while, because so it won't allow other people to update or do any changes during the snapshot replication. It has to send all data to subscribe the subscriber. Okay, so let me, so this is the snapshot replication. Transactional replication, this transaction replication is same as a snapshot replication, but in a snapshot replication, we are scheduling the snapshot replication at 9 p.m., at 10 p.m. So we are scheduling, but in a transaction replication, there is no schedule. So it will be syncing immediately. Means syncing immediately means here data is coming here in a London. So these are our subscribers, right? These are our subscriber, three subscribers are there. So whatever the data is coming to this warehouse, whatever the data is coming to this warehouse, it will push immediately to all the subscribers. It will push immediately to all the subscriber. No need to wait, no need to wait. Okay, so this is about snapshot, transaction replication. So merge replication, so we are have we merge replication means this is like a snapshot replication, but this is the two-way replication. Means publisher, a subscriber, we are having two, right? Publisher and the subscriber. So whatever the changes you made, whatever the changes you made, you do on on a publisher, the changes will be replicated to subscriber, as well as whatever the changes you do on subscriber, the same changes will be replicated to publisher. But this is based on the schedule only. So when both publisher and the subscriber, it is not connect to the network, not connected to the network. They are doing their changes on a publisher. On a subscriber side also, they are doing some changes on a subscriber. When they are connected to the network, whatever the changes were happened on a subscriber, it will be replicated to publisher, and whatever the changes was happened on a publisher, it will be replicated to subscriber. This is the two-way replication, but based on the schedule only. Two-way replication based on the schedule. So this is, if you come here, peer-to-peer replication. See the peer-to-peer replication, this is two-way replication. This is two-way replication with immediate sync. Two-way replication with immediate sync means, let me give you example. Let me give you example. So let's say here one location, here one location, here one location. We are having in a three location, right? We are having in a three location. So our business is operating at three location. It's like you can say US, you can say US here, you can say London here, you can say India. So here, and three locations it is operating, right? So the whatever the changes, so in for India server, all Indian people will be connecting here, EU people will be connecting here, US people will be connecting here. but the changes and the finally the changes, whatever the changes are happening on 3 servers, it should replicate, it should be same all the time. Then so the what transaction what a peer-to-peer replication will be doing, so whatever the changes are happening, right, whatever the changes are happening, it is immediately replicating to the peers, I mean servers. Let's say here, okay, the changes, if some changes are happened on London, the changes immediately it will be syncing to India location as well as US location. The changes are happened on India, means it will be replicated to London as well as US. If something was happened on US, means it will replicate to London as well as India. I mean the changes will replicate immediately with no wait, immediately the changes can replicate. Okay. Oh, lights me. So this is the two-way replication. So peer-to-peer replication, two-way replication with the immediate sync. Okay. So we are in a snapshot replication, transaction replication, merger replication, and peer-to-peer replication. We are having a different agents will be working on these kind of replication to replicate the data. On a snapshot replication, snapshot agent and a distribution agent will be working. So what snapshot agent will be doing? The snapshot agent will take a snapshot of the publication, take a snapshot of the publication or take a snapshot of the article, and it will send to the, it will send to distributor. From the distributor it will be going to subscriber. Okay, to only snapshot we are having snapshot agent and distribution agent. Transactional replication, in the transactional replication we are having snapshot agent as well as log reader agent as well as like a distribution agent. So in a transaction replication, let me give you, okay, in this, sorry, one second. Yep. Yeah. So the transactional replication, so we are having in a transactional replication snapshot agent, log reader agent, distribution agent. So snapshot agent, what in the same, so in a snapshot and as well as a transaction replication, snapshot agent is a key one. So the snapshot agent is the key one. So it will take the snapshot from the database. It will take the snapshot from the publisher and it will be sending to the, it will be sending to distributor. From the distributor, distribution agent will, whatever the changes are happened from the snapshot, it will be sending to the distribution agent. So these are the some transactional agents are there. So let's we'll go with the, I mean practical, we'll work on a practical. So I'll share the slide, I mean you can go through this one, the whatever so the I mean, we'll be doing, practical creating the replication and how you can add tables in the replication, how you can remove articles from the replication, and we'll have a more to learn today. Okay. So, I am giving, more about the transaction replication only, but due to time constraints, so I'm taking only one topic, transaction replication topic. So in the transaction replication topic, in a transaction replication, what are the prerequisites? What are the prerequisites for a set up a transactional replication? First thing, the table should have a primary key. The main first thing, the table should have a primary key to replicate from publisher to subscriber, and adequate permissions on the snapshot folder. Means something like if you don't have a proper permissions on a snapshot folder, what will happen, the snapshot agent will be failing due to this one, and enough disk space. While running this transaction, while running this transactional replication, we should have enough disk space, because the thing is like whatever the changes are happened on a SQL Server database log, the changes replication should scan whatever the changes are happened through the log. Due to that reason, so we need adequate space for the log. The same time, and the domain account should be there. Okay, so first we need to, in a setting up a transaction replication, we need a distribution, and we need a publisher, and we need a subscriber. So how we can set up everything, I'll go through one by one. So this is the topic, so this is the slide, how agent will be working. If you go from the first one, custom application, from the custom application means this is application connecting to the publisher database, this publication database. From the publication database, snapshot, you can see snapshot, the snapshot agent will be running, and the data will be kept in a snapshot folder. From there, distribution agent will be running, and the distribution agent can take this data, and the data will be sending to subscriber, data will be sending to subscriber. Here, after snapshot, so in a transaction replication we are having, one is a snapshot agent, other one is a log reader agent. You can see, right, transactional log. See, from the transaction log reader agent, what it will be doing, the log reader agent, it will scan the log, and which transaction marked for a replication, right, those transaction will be taken from the transaction log. From there, it will be sending to distribution. From the distribution, the transactions whatever the there in a distribution, from there distribution agent will come into picture, and the distribution agent will push the transaction to subscriber. So you can say here, these are things. So let me share my screen, we can explain you. Let Please let me know once you see my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we are
Yes.
able to see your screen.
Okay,
Yes.
so let me give you. So here I'm having like a node 1 and node 2. Okay, node 1, node 2, this both SQL servers are in a domain, node 1 in node 2 in a domain. So node 1 is my publisher, node 2 is my subscriber. So from the node 1 to node 2 will create a transactional replication, and we can work on that one, how it will be working. Okay, we can see the part. Okay, okay. So first we'll create a 1 DB. I am creating 1 DB here. You can see create database. See, I am doing on a publisher. You can see here. Okay, database created. See what, once you can see, just refresh here. You are able to see, right, database DB, pub DB. So first what we have to do, we have to enable DB for publish for a replication. We have to enable this DB for a replication. You can do both the ways, like a replication, publisher properties. From here, you can see, if I'm clicking here, transactional replication means, so it will be enabled. Otherwise, from here also, SP replication DB option pub DB from publish. So we can do it from here. see, you can go here and the replication publisher property, it will be enabled. So from the scripts also you can do enabling. Okay, the first publisher, we have a subscriber, but you need to create a distribution database as well. So already I have a distribution database in this one, but I'll create one more database, distribution database, for you people to show you. So launch distribution properties. So here one more thing, new database. If you want, I can create new database, distribution, new. We can create something like that. So distribution, I created here. See how it will be, something like that. You can see, right? Configure distribution. The wizard will be something like that. This one, configure distribution. So here in a distribution, we will be having it. We can have two things. See, generally the best practice is distribution server should be on a different server. Here what I'm doing is I have a two nodes here, so I'm keeping node 1 as my distributor, node 2 as my distributor. But in a real time scenario, if you wanted to give a good performance, if you wanted to gain a good performance, publisher and the distributor and subscriber, I mean a distributor should be on a different server. But here I don't have other server, I'm keeping on a node 1 itself. Okay, here uh, next here. So this is the snapshot. The snapshot will be going here, Ripple data, next distribution database. If I'm clicking on next, it will be created. So already I created, I'm not creating here for a while. Okay, so the distribution database created. You can see distribution database here. You're having a distribution database. Okay, the part. Now I'll create a couple of tables in this database. Under this PubDB database, I'll create a couple of tables. Okay, let me create one table, tran ripple, and insert some data as well. In the same way, I am creating one more table as well. So I have created two tables here. You can see on a publisher, PubDB. So I created two tables. The same table schema should be created on subscriber side as well. Okay, I'll create same thing on a subscriber side as well. So this is my subscriber. You can see right below node 2. This is my subscriber server. Here also I'll create one more DB. The DB name should, there is a no thing something like that. DB name should be same on both publisher and the subscriber. If we can have a different name on subscriber, here also let me create. See here I'm creating just tables. I am not inserting any data. At a publisher side, I have inserted some data on one of the table. Okay, but here I'm not doing anything, just creating the table. Okay, so I'm creating two tables here. So now two tables created, right? So you can verify once whether tables are available or not. SubDB. So here also we have two tables. Okay. Now distribution is configure. Now we have to configure publisher. So replication. So already one publication is there. One more. So this is the publisher server. Now I am creating a new publication. This is a new publication. Next. So we are having a two databases here, but I am going with the PubD. For only PubD, I am going to create. Next, transactional replication, snapshot, transactional, peer-to-peer, and a merge replication. Going with the transactional replication. Next, see, it will expect to only primary key tables. If you are having any table with the primary key, it won't show here. Okay. So I'm selecting this one. See here, we can do one thing as well. I'm selecting two tables. So whatever the changes will happen on a publisher, it will go to the subscriber. But in some cases, client requirement, we have something like that. Whatever the changes, whatever the inserts and updates are opening on publisher, it should go to the subscriber. But the deletes which are happening on publisher server, it should not go to the subscriber. It is a client requirement. So we can see something like that. For a transaction ripple table, we can say something like that. You can go here, set to properties for this one highlighted table. Okay. So you can see, right, destination object name, this one. Come down, and what I will be doing. So this is the delete procedure is there. So here delete delivery format. So these are the some of the procedure. Due to this procedure, because of these procedures only, data will be pushed to subscriber. First thing, insert stored procedure. Whatever the inserts are happening on publisher, those will be copied to the subscriber. And the updates, whatever the updates are happened here, it will be pushing to subscriber. So I am doing delete delivery format. What I am trying to do, I'll say something like that. Do not replicate delete statements. Okay, I'm clicking this one. So for a tester replication, I didn't set any property. For a trans ripple only, I set one property. Okay. Next. So this is filter table rows. Means in a table you are having like a 10 columns, but you wanted to replicate only 2 columns, right? If you wanted to replicate only 2 columns, or if you wanted to replicate on a some where condition, then you need to provide a filter. If you can add it here based on the where condition. Just you wanted to replicate like ID greater than 50, ID greater than 50 only, rows can replicate to the subscriber. In that case, you can use this one. I am not using this one. I am leaving. So create a snapshot immediately and keep the snapshot available to initialize for a subscription. Means when you click on this one, the snapshot will be created and it will be sending to the distributor. From the distributor, it will be sent to subscriber. So you have a below option as well. Schedule the snapshot agent to run at the following times. If you wanted to run snapshot agent, based on the schedule, you wanted to run night, every night. If you wanted to run, you can run it. But in a transaction replication, no needed. Why? It is needed only in a snapshot replication. Transaction replication data will be syncing immediately. So here, no, not needed. Next, snapshot agent. security. So you can run under the following Windows account or run under SQL Server agent account. So in a best practice, you can run under SQL Server. I mean, a domain account, service accounts needs to be created for only for a replication. Okay. So I have created a REPL admin for this one. So this whatever the account we are creating here, right, for a SQL, I mean, adding here, right, that is like non-expire account should be there, means a service account should be there. If you have any expire account, means the replication will fail. Okay. So next, here I'm checking this one, log reader also, it will take this one. Next, create a publication. So publication, I am creating a publication. Trans publication. Finish. So what happened here? Okay, REPL admin is not a valid. Maybe I kept wrong one. Let me check once. Login name. So there is no, sorry. So okay, next. Create a publication, transpub. So the publication is creating. Okay, publication created. If you can come here, so you are able to see, right, this publication transpub. We created a transpub, the publication. Okay, but the only publication created, we need to set up a subscription to deliver a commands from publisher to subscriber. So let me right click on this publication, go for a new subscription. Next, so this is the transpub which we created. Next, run all agents at distributor node 1. Run each agent at a subscriber. See, I told you right before, I mean earlier, in one slide, push subscription means distribution agent will be created at distribution side. If I'm going with this option, distribution agent will be created at subscriber side. Okay, I'm going with this one. Next, add SQL Server subscriber node 2. So connect node 2 is my subscriber. Here sub db, subscriber db. Next, distribution agent property I'm giving here. Here also giving test REPL admin at the admin. Okay. So next, here agent run continuously. Initialize. So no need to do anything. Just go with this one. So you can see. So before that we don't have a subscription. Below is the subscription one, right? This is the publication. This is the subscription. You can go and check it in a node 2 on a subscriber as well. Replication, subscription. So you have a this one pubdb which created right now. Okay, now now you can verify some data here. Now I am at subscriber, and a subscriber I am checking some tables. This is the table we kept in a replication. So data came right, and a subscriber, you can see in a subscriber data came. I didn't do, I insert the data on publisher only. After setting up this one, first in a transaction replication, what will happen? And first time when you create a publication or when you're adding articles, when you're adding tables to the publication, at first time, snapshot agent will be running. It will take the snapshot of article and it will send the data to subscriber. Once snapshot agent did once snapshot agent completed the work, next log reader agent will coming to picture. Now how many rows are here? 1000 rows are here. Okay, we can see here, we can have a two tables we included here, right? One is at this table, other one is this one. See, I am running these on subscriber. Okay, you can see below subscriber. Okay, I'm executing here. In test replication, no records are there, and a trans replication, we have 1000 records. Now I'll go and insert data. I'll go and insert data at publisher site. Okay, let me insert data at publisher site. Now I'm inserting data at publisher site. Insert data values, something. I am inserting one row affected. At the same way, in this table also, I am inserting some data. 3 rows I am inserting a here in publisher. 3 rows inserted. Let's go and verify. We are able to see the data here or not. So I'm running in subscriber side. You can see 1001 record, right? Before that we have a 1000 records. You can see the record replicated from publisher to subscriber. In the same way, you can see this for test replication. 3 records appearing in subscriber side. So if you wanted to monitor replication, we have a replication monitor. How we can open? So right click here, launch a replication monitor. You can see. So whatever here, see, this is the pubdb. This is the one. This is running, right? Just double click on this one. When you double click on this one, the first tab, publisher to distributor. The second tab, distributor to subscriber. If you go here at publisher, you can see no records. All it is completed. In a distributor, you can see delivery snapshot to distributor. Here you can see whatever the data is there, right? Applied script, applied, how many rows are inserted here, bulk copied. While doing the snapshot replication first time, see, while doing a transaction replication, when snapshot agent is running, right, it will do the bulk copy. Okay, I'll let me go to the slide once again. See here, you can see first thing, and a publication database, and publication database first time in a transaction replication, first snapshot agent will be running. The whatever the snapshot is there, it will go to the snapshot share. In this part, data will be available. From there, the distribution agent, it will take the data from there through distribution database, through from the distribution agent, it will be pushing to subscriber database. Here snapshot agent first time it will be doing. Next, after completing the snapshot, log reader will be coming to picture. You can go here db log. From the db log we are having, I mean, a different kinds of stored procedures are there. SP a ripple commands and SP ripple trans. I'll explain. So what is these are? So from here, from the publication, log reader agent will coming to picture. So it will scan the log, whatever the transaction marked for a replication, it will scan, and the transaction will be pushed to distribution database, and the distribution agent take all this transaction, it will be inserting, it will be pushing to subscriber database. So this is the way. Let me give some more example. So these are the things. So distribution to here, and distribution commands, how many commands are pending, how many commands are pending to replicate to subscriber. So here it will give the count, and this is the estimated time, how much time it will take to deliver from publisher to subscriber. So you have a one more thing as well. You can see, right, tracer token. We have a tracer token. So basically this will help when replication is, when you feel replication is not functioning properly, means the data, whatever the data is there at a publisher, through replication it is not going to, I mean, not replicating or copying to subscriber. You can verify it. Insert a tracer token, what it will be doing, it will insert one dummy record at publisher side, and it will check whether the record is going to subscriber or not. So I just insert the tracer token. So from publisher to distributor it is taking 1 second, distributor to subscriber it is taking 1 second, total 2 second of latency. The data is going from a publisher to subscriber. Okay. So one more thing, so I forget to tell you. Let me. So what we did for one table, what we did is delete should not replicate to subscriber. For this table, delete should not replicate to subscriber. We kept the property delete should not replicate to this table. Okay, let's delete data at publisher side. Okay, let's delete data. Okay, I'm deleting this data at publisher side. Sorry, I'm deleting this data at publisher side. Okay, data deleted. You can verify from test ripple one. How many? Two records are there. We can come here at subscriber side. We can verify here. Sorry, subscriber side. Data deleted. Maybe we didn't check for that one. We'll go and check once. Right click, properties, filter. Sorry, not this one. Right click, properties, articles. So which is the one? Test. Testable. Maybe we did for this one. I hope transripple. Let me check it. Okay, so the property was not able to see the property. Let me do one thing. Let me delete, do not replicate. Okay, tester ripple. I did for a tester ripple. So generally when you're doing this one, it will ask for a snapshot again. So it will generate a snapshot while changing this option. Okay, mark for this one. Just will verify one more time. Properties, articles, test. Okay, test ripple, test ripple. Okay, test ripple. Okay, delete test ripple. Okay, 2. Let me verify. So it is not deleting here. See, Vikrant Babai. You are able to see right here. If you go here and you can see Vikrant is there. If I am deleting this one as well, so both the records are deleted from here. If you go here, you can execute. Still, Vikrant is Abhay is there. But if you want, when you insert the data, data will be going here. You can see I'm inserting record at publisher, and let me do it here. You're able to see 4 Jack. So whatever the data, see that is based on our requirement whether the delete can replicate or not. Okay, so this is the way you can do it. The same way you have a requirement, something like that, you are having already one publication already in place. The client is requesting you to add one article to the same publication. Means how you can add it, we can add it through script. Let me show you the script how we can add it. First, the table should be created into both the sides. Okay, I am creating one table both the sides. Let me create this table. A ripple to table. I am creating both the sides. Now I have created on a subscriber side. Same thing, I am creating it. So so both publisher and a subscriber now having table ripple underscore to table. See when you how we can add it. Say let me show you script. I'm adding here. So this is the table. So this is the stored procedure which we can add through commands. Okay, this is the subscription. This is the procedure. Once you add it to publication, it should subscribe as well. Subscription also need to create, right? So this is what is our publication. Our publication is transpub. Our publication is transpub, and article is this one. A source object also you can give same thing, and you can leave this option the same way. Transpub, here the publication is transpub. Article, the article name is, you can mention article name. Okay, node 2, so node 2 is our subscriber. Destination db is sub db. So through commands now I am adding articles. Let me add article. Okay, subscription, you can create. Let me see once. See, the article was added, right? Tester ripple 2. Tester ripple 2 was added here. So in this way, we can add articles in transactional replication. Once you add the transaction replication, what will happen? Once you are adding into the replication, you need to run snapshot. You need to run the snapshot. Let me run snapshot here. So this is the one. Right click, view snapshot agent. So already a snapshot of 2 articles was generated. Why 2 articles were generated? Before that earlier we created, right? So it was generated. You can go and start. Now it is generating again. Now what it is saying, a snapshot of 3 articles was generated, right? Because you added only 1 article, but it is generating 3 articles. So let's say the tables already there in a publication. For those also the snapshot agent was generated. So this is a very problematic thing, right? So already the 2 tables are in a setup and it is in a sync. Still when you are adding a one more article, when you create a snapshot, it is generating for all 3. So the reason why we need to disable one option to generate for a particular snapshot, particular article. So let's do one thing. I'll create a one more table for you. I'll show you. See, I am creating a one more table. Publisher side, I'm creating a table, and the subscriber side also I'm creating a table. Okay, table created. we have an option. Actually, we have an option. Let me show you that option. Let me give you script. I'll show the property, which property we need to disable. Then snapshot will run for only the only for a one article only, not for all the articles, right? Let me see. First we'll check properties, trans. See, this is the stored procedure. I mean, using this one for a particular publication, what are the properties are enabled, what are disabled, you can verify from this one. I am ready. See, you can see here immediate sync and allow anonymous. These are the two properties. When these two properties enabled, when you are adding an article to the publication, when you're running a snapshot agent, it will generate for all. So the reason why we have to disable this property. Let me disable this property. So I'm disabling this property. So using this one, you can disable this property. Okay. So again, if you want it, you can verify the property. So immediate sync and allow anonymous, both are disabled now. Okay. So now we'll add newly created article test ripple 3. Test ripple 3. Test ripple 3. Okay. So I'm adding article again, guys. I'm adding article again. Sorry. 3. 2 places we need to change this one. I'm adding. So add subscription. So this is created. Now go and verify whether the new table you're able to see. Right click, you can go to the properties, you can see. So fourth table also included in replication, right? Now we'll go and run snapshot. View snapshot agent. Now I am starting the snapshot.
Sridhar, what is the difference between the first method you showed and this one?
See, the thing is like the first method. See, generally people, many people, I mean, I don't know. So while adding the article to the publication, right? In a transaction replication, the first thing, the snapshot agent should be running. When you run the snapshot agent only, whatever the data it is there at publisher side, it should replicate to subscriber. then the data will be the next transaction. Log reader agent will take the next transaction and it will be subscribe. It will be, I mean, pushing to the subscriber. Then a second option, what I did is some of the properties are there. Due to that properties, so when you when you adding the article to the transaction replication, so due to that properties, it will run for all the articles. That is the not the correct one. Due to that one, see, let's see, when in our scenario, one table we are having the very critical table, that is very critical table, as well as the table size is very big, 100 GB table is there. So the table already it is in a sync. Again, if you don't disable this option, you are running a snapshot. Mean what will happen? While running the snapshot, initially it will take the lock on the table. During that time, lock on the tables mean during the time application will not able to connect to the table, because the table is in a lock. Replication will lock the table until their snapshot completes, right? When after completing the snapshot only, it will release the lock. In such a scenario, if you wanted to avoid such a scenarios, you need to disable this immediate sync and allow anonymous options. When you disable these options, so when you're adding the article, that and after adding the article to the publication, when you run a snapshot agent, it will generate for only one. You can see right here, it is generating now. Before that it was generating for a 3. Now it is generating for only one article. Right, you're able to see, right? Only for a one article it is generating. You're able to see, right? So
So
this
you mean to say this particular snapshot agent works for specific to the article?
sorry, can you come again? I mean, I didn't hear properly.
You configured a snapshot agent to work for a specific agent. Is that so?
Snap see, we will be having only one snapshot agent for the publication, right?
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
only one snapshot agent for the publication, right? So that is the reason. If it is running, all the publication will be running, but you need to make sure that one you can exclude, I mean, you can disable this option. Okay, so this is the very
Okay.
mandatory, very, I mean, very good option. I mean, so I mean, let me show some scripts how you can troubleshoot as well. Due to time constraint, I need to go with the more option, but don't have a proper time. Let me so I am showing some transaction intent. What's where I kept scheme. Say, let me give you some troubleshooting queries. I mean, how you can troubleshoot? One more thing, the part is like, see, the replication will be running fine if the replication is having some problems. So how you can troubleshoot these things? So I have a query, so I'll show you. See, first thing, when we are having the replication, right? So when you are doing this replication, so uh, from subscriber side also, someone is inserting some data. Due to that one, we will be getting some violation of primary key replication. You will getting some errors. Let's make some example for you. Let me will take for one table. See, this table will test on this table. Okay, so we are having record, fourth record is there in publisher. Okay, The same fourth record there at so let's see here this record. Let me do one thing. So what is so already you are having a Vikrant is there, but you kept some procedure something like that. Should not delete, right? Should not delete the data from here from the subscriber. But see, let's assume I'll make some thing like I'll insert one data. I'll insert that subscriber side also. Let me copy insert statement. Insert statement. I'm inserting 5. Okay, I'm inserting fifth record with the Raj name. It's subscriber side I'm inserting. Okay. After inserting here, what I'm doing, I'm inserting it publisher side as well, because anyway whatever the changes you do on a publisher, it will coming to the subscriber. But unknowingly some person don't know, they insert the data at subscriber. So now what error replication will throw, we'll see. You can come here. You can see it is coming error executing batch of commands, retrying individual commands. It is saying some error, so it is trying to execute. See, I'll give you some till error appearing. So I'll say something about, see, when you create a publication, right, for the publication the snapshot will be created. Each publication one snapshot will be created. So before that I have one publication, for that one we have one snapshot, for this one we have one snapshot. The jobs will be created. Okay. And the log reader, see, every database we will be having only one log reader agent. Okay. Just keep in mind, for a log reader agent per database only one log reader agent will be created. Here db1 pub1 we have created, but the distribution agent, every publication separate distribution agent will be created. The reason why, here we are having a two distributions. Here you can have, see, 2 1 publication. We have created only one publication, right? For one publication one, if I'm going to create a one more publication, means again one more distribution agent will be appearing, one more snapshot agent will be appearing, but only one log reader agent only appears. Okay. Let's see, come here, see, it is throwing some error. Are you able to see, right? Violation of primary key. Violation of primary key. It is saying clearly cannot insert the duplicate key, value is 5. Duplicate value is 5. Okay. So let's say, guys, is it fine if I'm taking a 10 minutes more, 10 minutes more, 10 to 15 minutes? Is that fine? Hello.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
I need to show some more example. Okay, so let me fix this issue first. This is the you're able to see this one, how you can see proper things. Okay, I will show here how you can get the details. So this is the stored procedure. Using the stored procedure we can find out, so what is, I mean, what is the exact transaction was happened. Okay, sp browse REPL command. So exact sequence number is there, right? You can take it from here. It is already failing, right? Go here, you are able to see, right, sequence number. Copy the sequence number and the command ID is 1. Okay, copy the sequence number. So command ID is equal to 1. You need to provide a publisher ID as well. What is the publisher ID? Select star from miss. You can check it in publisher databases. From there you can find out. So pubdb, what is the publisher ID? Publication DB ID 3. This is the 3 number. So sorry, 3. Now you can run this one. So this is the error which is giving. So this is the procedure which is giving error. Here you can get the clear details. Call spins dbo test the REPL one. This is the stored procedure. It is trying to insert the data into table number 5 Raj, but it is getting error. How you can resolve this error? So two things you can do it. Whether first thing you can delete data from subscriber side, this replication will push. Okay, otherwise, so that is the one thing. And one more thing, like we'll be having here option agent profile is there, right? Clicking on this agent profile, I am. So distribution agent, so we are having a distribution agent, log reader agent, we are having a different profiles. This is the default profile. So what I will be doing, if I am taking this one, continue on data consistency errors, means it will skip that error. If I'm doing this one, it will skip that error. Okay, no, if I wanted to skip only, so continue on data consistency errors means any error, if it is coming any error like row not found or any error, it will be skipping. But you wanted to provide only specific error to skip, you can skip it. So what is the error we are getting here in what is the error number? Let me show you error number here. 2627, right? Error number. This is the error number. Okay, the error number you can create a one more profile here, agent profile. Here go new, using with the default profile. This is the template I am taking, default profile. Okay, skip pk, primary key, pk insert, primary key inserts, something I am saying. Here you are able to see skip errors. Sorry, 2627, right? 2627. This is the error number I am giving. Clicking on OK. So skip pk. If I'm using this profile, whatever the errors, like these violation of primary key errors are coming, right? It will skip all violation of primary key errors. Let me go. Click on OK. 262. So after changing profile, you need to stop the distribution agent and you need to start it. Start. Now one transaction with one transaction is delivered. So now replication skipping one error. You are able to see, right? Because we kept something like that. Skip these errors. We mentioned it. Skip these 2627 error. It is skipping these errors. Skip errors when applying a transaction at the subscriber. Okay, the transaction is completed with this one. If you see the replication, so it will be coming to error will be removed from here, right? Okay, in this way you can verify the errors. Let me see. These are the different stored procedure. I told you log reader. So these are the different stored procedure which is used to run behind log reader. A reader thread will be having one procedure. Log reader writing thread having one procedure. Distribution a reading thread one will be having. So these are the different stored procedures. So these are the let me show you one thing. You can see how many tables are replicating, how many tables are subscribed in here. In subscriber, you can go here and you can verify here how many. You are able to see, right? Article. See, every article, three stored procedures will be created. You can see test ripple one. One is del procedure, test one. One is insert stored procedure, test one. One is update stored procedure. So each stored procedure taking different thing. I mean, insert will take different procedure. Uh, delete it will take different procedure. Will push the changes. Okay. So these are the some important tables as well. Replication tables, ripple commands. Some tables are different tables are there. So whatever the transactions are there, replication commands and the transaction, it will be available in these tables. Let me show you. You can see everything in the table. Select star from MS Ripple commands. So whatever the commands are there, the command related information will be having in this MS Ripple commands, and the transactions. So then the transaction you will be able to see in the transaction as well. Okay. Okay. So I hope. I mean. So whatever these things are, I explained these things. I mean, now let me know if you have any questions. I'll share this PPT as well. Don't worry. So it is containing everything. So what procedure and what is this? What stored procedure? What table is having information? So any questions and answers? See, I mean, many things are there in a replication. Actually, I thought of covering more due to time constraint. I could not able to cover some of the topics as well. Okay. Please let me know if you have any questions.
Hey, just one quick question. By any chance, would you be able to share the scripts that you have used? For instance, adding an article, to the publication and things like that.
Yeah, yeah, I'll share. That is not a problem. I'll keep it in I mean, scripts link itself KTE. Okay, you can get it
Okay,
from there.
great, great, great. Thank you.
I mean, please provide your feedback and just give your names in a Google Sheet as well. Hopefully, you people knew something about the replication. What is the replication? So it's a more thing to learn. So I try to cover something. So it's a more thing to learn. So but initial things, whatever we are going to set up and what is the main replication. So what is the use? So I try to cover these topics. Okay. You can this related to Micronet. You can you can follow on Facebook and LinkedIn as well, Twitter. So okay, guys, if you people don't have any question, we
Yeah,
can
I
conclude
I
this
have one
session.
more question. Can
Yeah,
you hear
sure.
me? If you don't mind, can you please explain the pull and push option one more time? I missed that one.
See, pull means pull and push. I mean, a push means when you creating a replication with a push subscription means the distribution agent will be created. Distribution agent will be created at a distributor side. Means the job is, I have shown you this job, right? Let me show you it again. This job is there, right? You are able to see here in a publisher, right? In is a this is the, because I am using publisher and a distributor same server, because of that reason it is showing. So the distribution agent, this is the distribution agent, right? It will be created here in distributor. When you keep pull, the distribution agent, this will appear in node to jobs, not here. Pull means, push means the distributor is a responsible for pushing the transaction to subscriber. Pull means the subscriber is a responsible for pulling the transactions from distribution. Okay, I hope you
Yeah,
clear.
I got it. Is there any
Oh,
performance issue for that one if I create the distribution in the publisher or if I create in the subscription?
see, if you create a distribution, I mean a distribution, right? If you create a distribution at a publisher side means definitely you'll be having some performance issue, because whatever you are having a CPU, RAM, memory, the subscriber will be the publisher will be using, the subscriber will be using. So the reason why, if you wanted to gain a good performance in a replication, the thing is like you should have a good SSD drives as well, and all the servers on a different. The distribution server a different server, publisher is a different server, not in a one server, to gain a good performance.
Okay, I got it. Thanks, Mahesh.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks.
great.
Hi Sridhar, Suman here. I had one query.
Yeah,
Looks
sure.
like so while creating the article, we are creating the schema of the article into the subscription site. Is it the creation of the schema in the subscription site is the mandatory, or this thing is taken care by the operation optional agent as well?
See, the thing is like I didn't created a schema actually, so I thought of showing,
Mhm.
but due to time constraint I didn't show much about this one, because here if you go to the script, let me show you. See, the schema option is there, right? See, I disabled this option. Actually, today, I mean, whatever we had at the sessions, I thought of saying this one as well, but due to time constraint, I did. See, why we need to keep this option means when you're having something like that identity columns. If you wanted to, I mean, keep identity columns tables in a replication means what will happen? So you have to provide schema option means the identity column whatever we are using, right? So when you are using the schema option means it won't. Let me show you something. See, this is the one thing. So by default you are able to see right here 0.02. This is the one generate proc that. So identity columns you are able to see right, identity column script using identity property. You need to, when you are keeping identity column tables in a replication, the schema option you need to keep this one 0.04. 0 into 04 is the hexadecimal value. We need to convert that value into this readable format. What I kept it here, right? In this readable format. This is the that format one converted into from 0 into 04 to this one. When you keeping this option on, right, what will happen? So whatever the identity column tables you can include in the replication, you won't get any issues. The schema option. Okay, but before that, whatever I have created, I didn't kept this one. Okay. I hope you clear.
Okay, I got it. I mean to say, we created the dummy table, at least the table we created in the subscription side. As for mine, I am thinking confusing like our Snapshot agent job won't do that thing, or we need to create the manual in the subscription side that part.
Yes, we need to create a snapshot agent. Won't do. I mean, we have to create with the schema.
Yeah, okay, fine, thank you. On top of that,
Yeah.
this data flow is the encrypted towards the publisher to the subscriber.
No, it is not encrypted.
Okay. So the
So
replication
within
configuration is supported on the TDE enabled databases.
TDE enabled databases, I hope. Yes, I hope. I didn't test that one. Maybe.
Sure, sure, no issues. Yeah. Thank you.
Any other questions, guys? Feel free to ask.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some components, right? Publisher, subscriber, distributor, articles, publications, and subscriptions. What is the difference between publisher and their publications? Why you have to create two? Or we have
Publisher.
created publisher and you have to create it again publications.
See, publisher is the server. Publisher is the
Okay.
one server which sending the data. Publication is a group of collection of articles. Whatever the articles you wanted to keep it in a replication, right? That articles you can kept in a publication. The publication only the thing which you can keep the articles and you can subscribe to the subscriber. You can keep in. Okay. Publisher is the server.
Okay, thank you.
So this is the one, or you are asking something else?
That's the same thing, sir. Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. Then I am concluding session. Thanks everyone for attending this session. Please provide your feedbacks. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys.